WISE promotes equitable employment for people with developmental disabilities through innovation, training, and technical assistance. Our vision is for all people to be full community members recognized for their contributions. At WISE, we have 5 strategic priorities that help guide us towards this vision.
When somebody asks you the question, what am I supposed to do to get started with equity work inside my organization? Where do you start the conversation?
Take a deep breath and slow yourself down. Think about where you sit in this work again, because it influences how you move forward. And then start small with asking conversations within your inner group of people who help to influence all decisions that you make for your organization. I've really appreciated the support around how do we bring community leaders and trainers and consultants into our organization to help us understand what our role is.
WISE staff invested 249 hours on internal DEI learning and development in the 2021 and 2022 fiscal year, with 6 internal full staff workshops around check-ins on personal commitments, continuing internal education, increasing diversity of presenters and trainers, ongoing partnerships with racial equity consultants.
It's equipped our staff to be in front of an audience or supporting a presenter in a different way than we would have 2 years ago.
I think the impact of that has been profound in how we sit with other organizations. And for me personally, thinking about the kinds of questions that I ask, being trained more as an educator many years ago. It's about delivering content. It's about fidelity to models. It's about taking good data. It's all of those things. And you can do all of that really, really well, and you can exclude people. And so trying to figure out how people learn has been really, really interesting development. And that started with learning more about disenfranchised groups, learning more about the history of oppression, looking at different institutional biases, and just starting to dig into really understanding the underbelly of what's going on in our communities, and then backing up and then trying to say, and how do you put content together to allow learners from all of those different backgrounds to have access?
I believe that our DEI team was able to help us build community around equity, and it gave people who may not have had as much exposure to the concepts find a way to make a personal and professional commitment for change within the organization. I think then that influenced how we do work in the community, right? It influences who we invite to the table. It makes us think differently about how people access our services. So our DEI team wasn't just about checking a box off and being performative. I really believe that it created a culture shift, and it gave people safe spaces to start learning and growing.
While WISE continued the development of internal staff, we also partnered with the Disability Employment TA Center, DTAC, to hold national equity conversations, strategized how to infuse DEI into organizations serving people with disabilities, and developed a variety of tools and resources.
There's something powerful when you tell your story and other people can resonate with it, and it creates connection, right? And all of a sudden you come into my circle and I become an advocate or an ally of you. And that was really a valuable experience, how that's influenced some of our national work too.
WISE continues to grow offerings to assist those working in the IDD community, with an emphasis on meeting current needs while keeping an eye on innovative possibilities for the future.